So as you can see, the controls are fairly simple. You have the master power switch to turn off and on. You've got the emergency switch to turn off in an emergency. And then you've got your basic hand switches, which is your rotation speed, your lifting speed, and your stretch velocity. In the case here, your rotation speed controls the deck itself. The lifting speed controls the up and down, and your stretch velocity is obviously controlling your tension. Why is this needed? Well, your rotation speed, higher your rotation speed, what happens is that'll go a lot faster, and if that is set slower, you'll obviously wrap more on the up and the down as it moves. If the up and down is very fast and the deck is very, very slow, then it'll wrap very quickly up and down and you'll use less pallet wrap. In the case of the tensioner, I think that's pretty self-explanatory what that does. Okay, so this is your digital controller on this unit, which is fairly simple. Your one function takes you to your languages. We're obviously running in English, so I'm not going to reset, but if you did, you could just push the number and enter. So I'm escaping out. In the case of your job mode, this is the job you're actually running. They're preset items. So in this particular case here, these would have been modes I preset. You've also got your manual setting, which I'll go through a little bit later. I'm going to exit out that now. Your yield is how many jobs have you run. You press 3, you'll see we've run no jobs. There's been no yields on this machine at the moment. Password, that's factory settings. If you press it, you can see it's asking for the password. That's not required for this particular video. Okay, if we go through to job mode, I'm going to go through job mode and then I'm going to go through manual in a second. In this time here, I'm going to run job mode in, let's say, job mode 1. Takes you to the base one that I've preset here. This is showing you that you have the base wrapping, the top wrapping, and how many times it's going to go up and down. In the case, each direction is regarded as 1. So this is up 1, down 1. So that is just one up and down function. If you wanted to go up and down twice, then obviously you'd set that to 4. If you put an odd number, such as say 5, it'll end in the top position and then it'll reset down to the bottom. So usually that's an even number up and an even number down. Delay function is obviously what it would be a delay between. So at the moment, we're going to start the machine. I'm going to set it for you to show you how it works. I'm setting it to, say, 3 reps at the base, pushing enter. The top function, I'm going to leave for 2, enter. And the lift, if you wanted to go up and down 4 times, accordingly to that. Delay function, I'll set it down to, say, 10, and I push enter. To start the rotation of the machine, all you do is press enter. Machine is finished, and if you go back to your yield, you'll see we run one function, which is what we run now, and has kept track of that one function. Reasons for this: it helps you keep track of the use of pallet wrap, helps you use the units for working out number of wraps you can do a day or how many wraps you have done itself. If you wish to reset, just push the clear function and it will clear it back to 0 and you can continue on. Okay, I'm now going to go through the manual function. To do this, you're going to go through to job choice, which is 2. Manual function is 6 there, and then this actually shows you what you're going to do. So in this particular case here, I want to obviously start the unit, which is F8, which starts the rotation. I now would like to go up manually, so I press it so that it manually goes up. Remember, this is manual, so it requires you to tell it what to do. To stop it, I push F7. It now stops the whole function. It finishes the wrapping, and that would be a single function of bottom, up, and stop. If you wish to do something more complicated, once again, it's manual. You can start the F8 function, start the wrapping, I'm now going to go up, F3, which you can see is now going up from the original position. I didn't reset. I'm now going to take it down with F4. And in this case here, I'm going to run F4 right to the very, very bottom. Maybe I want to speed it up a little bit. Slow the rotation down a little bit. Rotation slowed down. Speed of the drop is a bit faster. And I'm going to let it wrap a little bit because it's manual function. And I'm now going to stop it. It runs out to stop mode. Once again, it runs to the neutral position, which will be the next arrow. And on the neutral position, it will then stop. And that's the settings. From manual, press cancel, cancel, and you're back to your main menu.